in. Get her to let me in the underground.
Hey, Miles. You okay?
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Oh,
there's a little live
I saw the
next
news
to
about your mom's
Yeah,
mom.
that sounds good.
We're fine. Do you have time to get coffee, maybe?
I can make time. There's a place on Edison
There we go.
near Fisk Tower.
It's
They don't do foam art, but people don't take pictures of their lattes, so
time to
worth it.
check
Okay,
the
meet you
audio.
there.
Cool.
Say like Lorem Ipsum or something.
Okay.
Lorem Ipsum, Zuba, Dabba, Heba, Shabba, Labba. All of the things. Can you hear yourself? You need to talk to test if you can hear yourself.
Yep, done it.
Cool,
Audio's
cool.
good.
Sweet. Oh, I had an opportunity to do the thing and I didn't do the thing. Okay, Brad, let's start with a good old... Have you watched... What have you watched this week? Let's do it that way. What have you watched this week?
Well, watched a bit of Flash and Arrow,
Cool.
and I have watched the rest of.
Won't get me that easy.
Have you also watched Doctor Strange?
I have watched Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of
that sounded good.
Madness. That's not the
Okay.
title, is it? It's like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or something like that, isn't it?
I know what you meant. I mean, I'm not that pedantic. What would you like to start with?
Oof, damn, what to start with? Actually, let's start with Doctor Strange, because I actually think that movie was fire. I honestly think that Doctor Strange 2 was my favourite Phase 4 movie so far.
Ah. Did you like? I did the thing for Spider-Verse. You'll see it in about 10 seconds.
Hey, the like
Hands behind his head thing, yeah. So I've been playing the first game remastered on PS5 recently, and oh fucking hell, I love it. But you don't get to do this stuff, and
yeah, the tricks,
well, you do get to do some fairly average ones, but I just find myself I just do the same barrel roll one and nothing else. So you just feel so much more alive doing. It feels so much more real to be doing every kind of trick imaginable and how they flow so well into each other.
Yeah.
Ow! Jesus, guys.
So when did you last watch Doctor Strange? Just in case.
You're gonna I have a pretty good memory for random film events and nothing else, so I'm pretty good, I think. It was quite a while ago I saw it. Probably end of 2 months ago or something. Ish. But yeah, do you wanna? You really liked it then?
Yeah. Did you not like it so much?
I liked it, but I felt like, I don't know, it didn't feel, I mean, not that it's a bad thing to be against expectations, but it was very against expectations.
Hey, what are y'all hanging around Fisk Tower for?
And ow.
Oh, disclaimer, of course.
Yes.
Be as harsh as you want. It won't hurt my feelings.
No, I don't know. What? I mean, no, I don't hate it. Well, actually, I have no strong feelings about it personally at all. That's the weird thing.
So it's more like just a middling kind of movie
Yeah,
for you.
I think for me, the problem is I actually don't know how I feel. That's literally it.
Okay.
It's like, it felt to me very much like an MCU update movie. Like, this is the most important film. This is what so much stuff has been leading up to. I think my only like, and you know, things I liked was the fact that we got closer to the Doctor Strange that I really liked from the comics, who's basically just the fun uncle who just basically hangs around with everyone else in their own comic series. He just pops up in other people's comic series constantly and says, hey, let's go have a weird magical adventure where I solve your problems for you that you're having that's going on in your own life. You know, it's very common for him to come in and sort out Spider-Man's bullshit.
The ground don't need this.
And I really like that, you know, he started to do that. I felt a little bit sorry for the guy, that they basically reveal that he's an asshole in every universe except the main one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like that was kind of set up in No Way Home, where he's talking about, you know, it being the fate of all the villains to die, and it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the multiverse. It's like, shit, that's what the Doctor Stranges were saying in this film.
Yeah.
And it's like, so at No Way Home, he was saying this kind of stuff, so it's nice that he's developed, but also at the same time, has he really changed? Or is he, I don't know, it's just...
And that's one more
I mean, I for one, I was not expecting that stinger at the end.
Yeah, the eye thing.
I was like, oh damn, it had consequences.
But then but then by the end credit scene, it's just like, oh no, he's just using it. But that is a thing from the comics that he uses, just like as a way to see all the magical shit that's going on.
Oh right, okay.
Like, I don't know what it's supposed to mean in the movies, in comparison.
Because
I of course took that scene as like, oh, he's used the dark hold, and here's the
yeah.
Even though he did it for like
a good reason. Yeah, no, it is interesting.
And then I kind of, since it's from the dark hold, I took it as it itself is also potentially dangerous and evil. And when he takes it out at the end, I took that to mean that he's, you know, kind of. I see Doctor Strange as potentially in a third movie, having to battle his inner darkness, so to speak.
Or his what if version.
Yeah, something like that. It's because something that seems consistent among all of the strangers is that they're very much okay with doing bad things for a good goal.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much bad until it outweighs the good goal, you know, kind of thing. How much bad is this strange?
Is justified, yeah.
Yeah, how much does the end justify the means, kind of thing. For Doctor Strange, for 838 Strange,
it was anything.
Yeah, it was anything, and that was terrible because he ended up blowing up the universe.
I was very worried about America Chavez because she's so much younger in the film. Yeah, she's like, well, I think in the comics she's like mid-20s. She's she's friends with Kate Bishop. She's like Kate Bishop's best friend, and it's weird that obviously Kate's older, or at least played by someone who's older, even if she's supposed to be like, what, 19 maybe, I don't know how old she's supposed to be in Hawkeye, while America Chavez looks like a very young teenager and is played by a middle of the teen years actor, I think.
Yeah, I thought she was...
I think she was really good for playing the character. I just hope that she can kind of connect, they don't ignore that friendship and possible relationship, because it is really good in the comics. And it'll be nice for Kate Bishop to get some superhero friends. But I was really worried for her, because for a large part of the movie it basically felt like she was a goober. She was a keep away object rather than a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, a MacGuffin, that's the word.
Very much a MacGuffin person in the movie.
Yeah,
Sure.
until she did solve the plot at the end, which was good. But, elephant in the room, what did you think about Scarlet Witch? Would you like to choose a new suit, by the way?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, so we've got...
Are there 20 of them?
Yeah, so it's A, and then...
Is it letters down and then numbers across, or is it...
Letters across, numbers down, so...
Letters across, numbers down. Let's go with 4C.
Right. 2020. Nice. I have a Funko of this. I really like the eyes. And the eyes come out really well on the Funko. Anyway, okay. Now Miles is immediately going to take it off for this story mission.
Oh. Wow. Tears.
He'll wear it again eventually. Okay. What did you think about Scarlet Witch?
I am very glad that they decided to commit to her being a villain.
So,
yeah, I
actually respect that decision totally.
I thought she was just going to kind of turn halfway through, or she was going to... Yeah, I mean, because obviously, it was such a delay for me from it coming out in most cinemas and it coming out in the cinema where I was able to see it. It was about a month difference. So all the Illuminati stuff leaked.
What else did you find out?
So it was like, oh, okay, so I know one scene from this film going in, I know she's going to massacre this alt universe group, this team, right? And I'm like, but I did not know the context of this. I just thought, oh, she's going to snap halfway through the movie and commit this horrible thing, or maybe she'll have a good reason to do it, but she'll do it in a horrible way. Who knows? So it was really interesting, and actually it was probably a really good twist. It was, if you think about it, it's a really early twist.
That's my big secret. That's why I've been so busy.
Yeah.
Excuse?
You know, especially...
I like that as well.
Yeah.
Because I was going in thinking, oh, come on. Wanda's going to be a villain. We all know this. This is totally going to happen. And then she comes right with it in the first scene. I was like, oh, great. That's not going to be one of those twists that everyone in the audience realizes.
No, yeah.
Like,
no, it was good.
Yeah, I'm glad it happened, and like it was.
I'm glad it happened. I'm glad she killed that many people.
I'm not glad she killed that many people, of course. But like, I thought it made for nice pacing.
Join your club?
Yeah.
Crew? Team?
No,
like, God, yeah.
So many of the movies.
I
don't know. There's like maybe halfway through you find out the villain. But like this one, it was like in the first half hour. And then she just goes right ahead, and there's that scene with Kamatage and like that whole scene.
You want my help?
And all of that. And oh god, I just want to quickly point out something that I think is such a massive improvement over the first
You're a good friend, Miles.
Doctor Strange. And to an extent, some of the well, I mean, he's not in the limelight as much in Avengers movies, because it's an ensemble cast, but you know, he was in his first solo movie. And oh my god, the magic, the spells.
Yeah.
It was just such a massive improvement, because like in the first one, I liked it, but it was very much orange glowy circles and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this one, he's like musical notes, he's summoning snakes, he's doing like weird mirror dimension BS.
Well, even from Doctor Strange to Infinity War, it's clear why he's become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, yeah.
I built everything.
He's not anymore, though.
No, he's not anymore. I love that.
That's my boy, Wong! Yo, when he came in at the end, I was so hyped.
Yeah.
We made a deal.
Wong coming in clutch.
Wong is great. He's just... Oh, he's fucking great.
Notoriety. They want to be so well
yeah, I
known.
was like, because it was like, we don't know who the villain is, from the trailers. It's like, oh, is there going to be those weird fucking monster things? And I was like, please, can we, a monster fighter movie? It feels very, it feels very Sam Raimi, but it didn't feel right.
Show them you're fearless.
I don't know, it just,
Look at Miles pretending not like he's not able to jump up this parkour in 5 seconds.
Well, he's about to reference another favorite game of mine, and but he's going to have to pretend to be bad and at risk, rather than actually being at risk. I feel like I think I liked him more in No Way Home, ironically, and it felt like he had more of a presence in No Way Home.
Who? Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I just don't think he did much. I would have been more interested if this was kind of like loads of people talk about Civil War as it should have been called just Civil War. It should have been called Avengers Civil War rather than making it a Captain America film. I kind of feel like they could have just called this Multiverse of Madness and made America Chavez. Like, this could have been her introductory movie and made her the protagonist.
But watch your back.
Yeah.
These guys take a while to warm up to new people.
Although, like, I mean, Doctor Strange is very important to it, but
yeah.
It could have been him as the mentor and her as the protagonist.
Yeah. No, I do. I'm talking very negatively, but like. But I've only mentioned a couple things, and two of the things I've mentioned was I was worried about this, but the movie proved me wrong. The movie moved me wrong.
Can I have 2 ticks to go and get some water?
No, you may not. This is not a democracy. Yes, you may go. You don't have to ask to go and get a drink of water.
Well, I mean, I don't want to run off without saying anything.
Well, you could probably just say I just need a water.
I guess so. Anyway, be right there.
Alright. I'm now going to talk about Brad behind his back.
Oh yeah, sure.
Wait, Brad's left me alone in the most boring the game. Although the graffiti on Kingpin is pretty funny.
Find some clues in here. Ooh, Fisk would not like this.
I mean, you know, not boring, but just like, I'm going to walk up to some stuff and get some exposition.
Secret rooms. Good place to hide a deadly fuel source.
Yeah, but he screwed up. Got.
Bridge attack's getting the underground a lot of press.
As for me, we should be focusing on PR. Not lugging around this uniform crap.
Lugging it around. Maybe they brought it here.
Money, money, money.
I'm back.
I have not been talking shit about you.
I'm sure you haven't.
Well, it's fine because you don't go back and listen to these anyway, so I can get away with anything.
True. Where were we? Doctor Strange.
More downstairs.
Yeah, no, I loved the, I think, the musical notes fight was brilliant. It was so silly.
Oh yeah, I loved it. The classical music showing up. Beethoven's Fifth, Stalker and Fugue in D minor. Let's go.
The Legend of Zelda OST.
I wish.
Okay, actually, no. One valid criticism, I think, and you know, valid being very subjective. The fucking outfit they put Christine Palmer in. Jesus Christ, what was that? I know it's based on her comic Night Nurse outfit, but there's some things that just don't translate it made her look ridiculous.
I'm actually gonna look it up because I forgot what she looked like. It looked like it made sense when she was wearing the lab coat with it, but she takes the lab coat off at some point, and it's just like, she looks like a discount Star Trek character.
My mom.
Oh, yeah, there was that thing, wasn't there?
Right now? Really?
Yeah, her wrist is in a cast. I need to help with dinner.
Did you tell her I'm...
Yes. Yeah.
You can head out that way.
Yeah.
See you soon?
Yeah, okay, that is a little weird. Yeah, that is a little weird. Because all I could remember was the lab coat she had on.
Yeah, no, because she takes it off, and then she just, yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, no, yeah, I need to see it again. I think because
Totally.
Some things, I think,
keep their secrets downstairs.
It's one of those films that definitely benefits from, like, okay, now you know what happens. Now you can focus on, like, all the little details and everything else that you can kind of take more in the second time.
Hey,
like you're in a movie and start humming suspenseful music to yourself.
Damn, didn't realize how
And then think about getting
deep
caught,
I
put into a
was.
cell suspended over an alligator pit, and then
Yeah,
making
what else?
a bomb out of gum wrappers to escape?
Wait, what?
No.
Cool.
One bit I think was kind of.
I'm in the atrium. I need to shut down.
Oh wow, this is totally Sam Raimi.
Yeah. Oh, the underground tunnel. Yeah, no, that's He was not hiding himself at all. There was he?
Like we just like quickly just segued into a horror scene with like proper jump scares and everything, and you know the musical tag that and the flashing lights and the lights flickering on and off, and it's like I was charmed by it because it was clearly Sam Raimi doing his thing. Just like with
that scene in Jesus
Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1
and the Doc Ock scene in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, when it just goes a bit horror for a bit.
Yeah, with the like tentacle cam or whatever.
Yeah.
Ow! Jesus!
Here's a question for you.
Yes.
Regarding Mordo, do you think they
forgot about him?
Yeah, like I feel like he maybe was a little bit wasted in the film. He didn't really get to cast any spells for one thing.
Well, I mean, he spelled that T.
Yeah.
Do I think the main universe one will be back.
The 1999.
1999. Oh, don't you mean 616?
Oh no, I don't mean 616.
That's the funny. I love the fact that we've got someone in the cast now who's literally telling Kevin Feige off for that shit.
Yeah. It's like you don't do that. Like we already gave it a designation.
Well, I mean, fucking Tom Holland's Spider-Man showed up in the Spider-Verse comic event.
Yeah.
I mean, in the background, but yeah, it's just it's I mean, I guess it's the difference of.
Did that graffiti say Daredevil on the side, or is it just me?
Where?
Hard to tell with the 10-second lag, of course, but it's...
I can work out, I can try and go back to where I was 10 seconds ago.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's on the ground level, and it's one of those 3 pillars. Oh, is that...
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm
looking.
That says Wonder on it.
Oh, there's Devil Days. Devil Days.
Oh,
but...
right, okay.
Oh no.
I was a little... I jumped the gun a bit.
You know, I thought I knew this whole area because of obviously I've played the first game a million times. But, I think it must be this, but where we come in here, I think we come in here, and then you drop down, and then there's stuff, yeah.
Around there?
Yeah, hey, I think I got something.
Aha, a not very secret.
Secret stairs.
Let's see what else.
Are we done with Doctor Strange, do you think? Or have you got anything else you want to talk about?
Lots of mob bosses have secret exits like this.
Not off the top of my head.
Fisk planned to use it when the other Spider-Man came from.
Segue onto...
Well, as we mentioned, her not by name, but by the fact that she's bringing Kevin Feige to task.
Yeah.
Is a fucking legend.
Oh yeah, that's the fun connecting thing between Miss Marvel and
You knew this would be dangerous.
Doctor Strange.
Strange. Both of them featured the.
Did you watch the end credits scene on the final episode of Miss Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. Just checking. You didn't need to go disappear and go and watch that quickly.
Yeah,
it is very short, so.
God, I'm sorry. I didn't even check which ones you'd seen.
You moved to the new form?
What,
Safely?
of Miss Marvel?
Yeah. Did
Oh,
you
I
say
thi-
it earlier? Or-
No, I finished it. I told you that I was going to try and watch them all, but yeah, I successfully watched them all. Hey, it's Silver Sable's daughter.
Like it's unstable.
It's that new Spider-Man. His powers messed with
What?
the structure.
Where?
Tell everyone not to touch it.
Yes.
That one.
That one, that is very specific.
I need a clearer picture.
The one with the white hair?
Then I can narrow it down.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not actually, I'm just making,
Oh, right.
I'm just fucking with you.
My brother created new form.
Yeah.
Chief chemist.
Both
And
that movie
Roxxon
and that
killed
series
him.
feature that X-Men riff.
Hmm. Oh, fuck yeah. I have an idea about this, right?
Oh, go ahead.
If they ever want to back out of that shit, if they want
I
to,
won't
because
stop
that's
until
one of the
Roxxon's
things that's
gone.
trending at the moment, that lots of people are like, okay, so they're just completely ignoring the Inhuman stuff now, and making her a mutant, maybe?
Good.
I have a way for them to back out of that. The default ringtone for people in that universe is the X-Men theme. So whenever that plays, it's actually Doctor Strange and then Bruno's phone going off.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
That's it. That's all it is.
Okay, you do you.
Hello.
See what Dot thinks next.
Yeah, that was that sort of. I mean, I kind of me in my
Ow.
naive optimism
Yes.
sat there as he was saying there's something else,
Yes.
and I was like, yeah.
Ow,
and you're gonna finish
Jesus.
that sentence like this. There's something else, something inhuman. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna go, like a mutation. What? What did you just say?
Well, I mean, technically, the Inhuman is a mutation, and it's just you've got to have
backpedal it.
you've got to have the Inhuman gene, and it's got to be activated normally by Teragenesis. But I guess they could make it the fact that in
The
her
bracelet
the-
did some.
yeah,
magic
the bracelet
stuff. And also
activated.
she's a djinn, and also like, yeah, they could
Yeah.
do that. But like, I mean, that's one thing, but like,
What about a theater?
the fact that
Didn't
the
mention one.
X-Men theme was on there as well.
I am really confused why they did the power change when they have the final episode and she literally says embiggen and then I wonder if this wasn't the plan from when they filmed it and they made that change later.
That could be the case.
I know someone who can help.
Cool. I'll add the hideouts to my to-do list.
I mean, because like she uses. I mean, I suppose it depends how early and / late.
Well, yeah, because I mean, she does the stepping stones, doesn't she? But then she could have done just long legs like she does in the comics.
Yeah.
But that said, I think it does. I think it works. Honestly, I don't like I like that it's not from the bangle. I like that it's actually part of her, mostly just because I think basically because I don't like the idea of her being powerless whenever she doesn't have the bangle, and I don't like the idea of her like getting shot at it being it, you know? Because in the comics she has self-healing.
Yeah, she actually gets
You know,
pretty early on.
yeah, so it was just
essentially.
yeah.
If you have any information you
No,
can share,
it's good.
it
It's
could help us shine a light on a group that needs to be taken.
Targeting Spider-Man. We need him alive.
Yeah, no, I think having seen the full series now and come to terms with it, I also think that they're telling their own story. Okay, let me put it down to this. I'll be happy with the power change as long as it never comes into the comics.
Okay.
As long as they never basically say, oh, she's lost her stretchy powers, she's now going to use hard light. As long as they never do that, I'll be happy for there to be a difference, especially when it was kind of a stab. You know, I like that it is a family thing.
Yeah. What
you know, it feels so much more part of her kind of family connection and that kind of connection with her great grandma. Well. Yeah. I don't know, it just feels, yeah, I like that. I think, you know, it's almost a bit more, I mean, because she doesn't beyond, okay, you know, because she hangs out with the teleporty dog and stuff, but she doesn't really have that much to do with the Inhumans except for, like, a couple events and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll come back to this, because I'll do it when I don't have to concentrate, when I'm not concentrating on talking.
It'll be a good day.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with it. I really liked the whole flashback stuff where she's the one that brought her grandma back to her grandma's dad.
Yeah.
That was something I didn't see coming until that episode.
That was 300
Yeah.
How was that just out?
I liked the execution.
Yeah.
The whole, it was her all along kind of thing.
Yeah.
Any sign of the power
I'm
source?
just thinking, that means we've got a third version of time travel.
Barrier is next level.
Potentially.
Maybe they got nervous after someone
because she did travel through time, didn't she?
I mean, Miss Marvel travels through time in the comics.
Aha.
Or at least her mask does.
Really? How so?
So you know, obviously she embiggened in that last episode, and she embiggens in the game. So you know, and you've read a bit of the comic as well. So you know how she can go really small and really big.
Yes.
The way she does that, it like because she's a polymorph, but that mass has to go somewhere. So every time she shrinks, she's sending her excess mass to shrink to either past or future self, who is doing the opposite, who is growing.
What?
So every time she embiggens, she's taking in all of the mass that she's getting rid of when she's shrinking. That's how it works.
All right.
Oh.
So her mass is time traveling. Technically, she is time traveling.
Well.
Every time she uses her powers. Which is also why she can't use her powers when she's healing. So she self-heals, but I don't know how that kind of stops her from being able to do the time traveling growth stuff. Oh shit. I love it when Miles just kicks a body into the area with other enemies. Like, yeah, that's real subtle, Miles.
I found someone out cold.
Stealthy.
Yep. My boy, he knows stealth.
Do you expect... Do you expect that, Cameron will come back? I mean, I don't feel like he's gonna come back as a bad guy.
I hope he doesn't, because I really like the fact that there was some, you know, tentative, like, oh, he's gonna now go too far, and he's gonna try and...
Yeah, it was like...
You know, I mean, I thought he was just basically gonna snap when he walked out of the school, and then he didn't. Well, he kind of did, but Kamala brought him back, and then he accidentally threw that car at the crowds, but Kamala caught it, and he was actually so relieved that he didn't hurt anyone. Do I literally just do this? Yes, I do. Cool. No, I hope he doesn't become a bad guy, because I think it's more interesting. It's just more interesting, you know, what if Kamala ever goes too far, or what if they kind of want to, you know, I mean, because... Or, I don't know, it's just, I think there's more interesting things they can do with that character than just make him a villain. Like, one of my least favourite things about the original comics is this one fucker, this one character, who basically was just some high school guy at Kamala's school who had the best of intentions and then goes too far and blames Miss Marvel for everything in his life going wrong. And then he keeps basically working for Roxxon and becoming their superpowered henchman through technology or some bullshit. And then he basically has a sit down with Miss Marvel saying, I don't really want to be doing this, I don't know why I'm doing this, you know, can we still be friends? And Kamala's like, yeah, sure, you know, I'll forgive you. Wait 2 arcs, he's working with a different person and he's doing the same shit. Like, he's done it like 3 times. And every time it's the same. And it's like, they really don't know what to do with this character. Which is a real shame because he was really interesting at first. And then they fucked it.
And they did the same arc again and the same arc again. It's like,
oh! Miles!
What?
No, Miles just got shot and I had 0 health, so... he did the superchargy thing. Ow!
Did that happen automatically?
Yeah, it's if your health gets drained down to 0 within a combat encounter once, he releases a load of energy without expending your bars, and it recharges him to full health. It's basically because they made the enemies do so much more damage because Miles is comparatively weaker game-wise. He's not in the comics, but they wanted to kind of have a bit of difference, so the enemies do a lot more damage, or Miles just takes the hits about as well as Peter does at the start of the first game. Because, Peter can take a punch by the end of the first game without losing all his health. Miles still can't on New Game Plus. So, as a caveat, they were like, okay, so you can have your health drained to 0 without dying. Oh, I had to do that within a certain range, okay. What were you saying?
I forgot, but it was something about Miss Marvel. Wow, shocker. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, random thought, right?
Yeah?
What if you told Finn
What if Cameron comes back the next time we see him, and he's working for, what's her name? Like Valerie or whatever her name is.
What, the evil department control woman?
No, I mean, what's her name who also has, that might be it, but you know, the person who is, who has US Agent, and she also said, yo,
oh, Madam Hydra.
Yeah, Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. God, I hope not.
Are you seeing this giant armored container thing?
Totally not suspicious.
I'm kind of hoping that they don't put Kamala in with the other Young Avengers, because she's the leader of the Champions, which is their own very different team.
I wonder.
Yeah.
You know, unless Miss Marvel's gonna lead the Young Avengers, which I'd be fine with, but I just hope they don't, yeah. 2 things, don't put Peter Parker in the Young Avengers, and do Miles if you're gonna do that. Or no, just put Miles in the regular Avengers. Him and Miss Marvel both from the start, their first team was the Avengers. And then the Champions when the Avengers went all, oh, let's arrest people before they commit any crimes. Civil War 2 is a weird time.
Talking to her is easier than sneaking around behind her back.
Han, the other Spider-Man was super clear. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, my only criticism now with the
Maybe if she knows it's you she's fighting, she'll rethink the whole Tinkerer
damn it.
thing.
Maybe you're right.
Order all over myself.
Well, you see, that's what happens when you do something.
Yeah, where was I? Yeah, with the powers, the power change. My one criticism would be I would have liked to see a few more like usages. Because it felt like it was mostly
Looks like
platforms
Finn's
and
making
hand grabs. There was
a new
the
mask.
digging at the end, of course.
I like that she
As I
uses
find
it
a
as a
way around
brawler like
underground
she
weapons,
does,
she
in the
comes up with
original
something
comics,
new.
because
Yeah.
I like that it wasn't just Purple Marvel's response to Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Can't make a direct connection.
But I think I also
use that
like that
reading
it's
note to
not
run a daisy
particularly
chain.
pretty, like, because that was one of my main things, is that
Yeah, they're jaggedy and weird.
yeah, they are quite ungainly. I know that's very kind of like, it's not exactly, it still would have been much better if they'd gone the whole way and said, no, we're going to do these powers, not light showy powers. But I mean, speaking of kind of, to some extent, it's not as perfect as, say Green Lantern's powers are, which are very, flashy. I don't know. I don't, that's the thing, I really hate that
Making it unstable like
there's this massive thing for me, and for a lot of people, that gets in the way of the show, which is the power change. Because I fucking love that show. It's the best rated Disney Plus show. I've also made a decision that I'm not going to watch them week to week anymore.
What? How could
Oh,
she?
what is your
So
new
there'd be no
strategy?
casualties.
Well, I mean, there are only 6 episodes, so I'm just going to wait for them all to come out
And
do
then
and binge them, because I mean, I got spoiled for the Captain Marvel end credits scene,
Taking a new form.
but and that only spurred me on to watch it, because I just hadn't been able to watch the last 3 episodes for various circumstances. So I'd watched 1, 2, and 3 week to week, and though I really liked those episodes, there wasn't, I think the problem is that they are describing these as 6-hour movies, and yet they release them week to week, so you can't just cancel your Disney Plus subscription in between Marvel shows.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's get that new form out of here.
So, and I've done 2 shows so far where I've binged, where I've watched them back to back. That was Moon Knight and Miss Marvel, and those have been my 2 favourites so far. Every other show I've had caveats of like, oh, I love the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh, I love, these episodes of WandaVision. But that's because my experiences were a certain amount of episodes at a time, because that's how they're showing it to us.
Yeah.
So, to stop, I watched Daredevil, I'd watch as many episodes as I could in a night, because that's what it was like. It was, they have the cliffhangers at the end of each episode in oh fuck, okay, well I fucked up. But they don't, I almost forget them. It's like the 3-month, it's like the 6-month wait between comic book trades for characters that only get comics every month, a single issue every month, so you have to wait 6 months for the 6 issues to then be collected into a trade. Yeah. It's like that. Often I'll read volume 2 and I can't remember the end of volume 1. That's the problem. What the fuck? Okay, I just wasted that Venom bar because I didn't press R1 at the same time as... whatever. Sorry, I'm being really bad at talking because the Miles combat is a little bit more hard to do than the Peter stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, basically I'm gonna just watch stuff all in one go now. Or not, when I want to. Rather than wait each week. Because I think I'll just have a nicer experience.
Yeah.
Being able to just...
you can keep away from all the spoilers and that.
Well, I mean, I won't be able to, but I'll just have to live with it. You know, because honestly, I don't think anything's going to happen in the first 5 episodes that's going to make me go, I need to watch this now, and then wait for the 6th. Because, unfortunately, normally the really crazy shit that makes me get really excited is the stuff that they, you know, the 6th episode of Miss Marvel is my favourite one. Because it was just, it felt so good for her to finally be using her powers so competently, to be wearing her costume and doing it for the first time properly, you know? Wait! So Miss Marvel episode 6 is my favourite. What about you?
Yeah, 6 was the one where she, you know, actually, other than that brief moment in 2,
Okay. Now for the
that's the one where she's been doing the most, like, superhero stuff.
Where she's saving people and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, saving people. And I like that. That's my favourite scenes in superhero shows and movies are always the ones, like, not where they're, you know, duking it out with some big combatant, but when they're duking it out with some big combatant and there's innocents watching or nearby, and they go out of their way to protect the innocents. That's
the point of the hero. It's not really about stopping crime. You know, that's one of the things that I don't enjoy about, you know, say, The Boys, which is amazingly written and just a fucking great show. But I hate how much collateral damage there is and how many people just lose their lives, and it really kind of is just meant as window dressing, and is like to make you feel like, oh yeah, these people are pieces of shit, but you don't really think about it. You know, I just yeah, and you know, it's I watched One Punch Man, and Jesus, the amount of people who die in that you never even see. It's just like, oh, an entire city was leveled. Oh well. But the main character is funny for a second, so it's all okay.
She's not tired yet.
I don't know if it's just.
Is that a parody? Because I feel like that was like a parody, or at least like a soft.
It's a parody of superhero stuff, but I mean, it doesn't. But they then still have all these horrible moments where people lose their lives in very, you know, disgusting ways, and that's not meant as satire. That's just happening.
Fair.
I swear her accuracy with missiles was a lot better in previous playthroughs. She can't hit me for shit.
Well, you know what they say about gift horses.
You should. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that joke. Never mind.
Oh crap! Not good.
Wait.
Hope the ship's okay.
Oh, yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yes. You haven't actually told me much of what you think, because I've just been completely sidelining the. Yeah, because unfortunately I watched it all today and I was really happy with it.
That's good. I feel like my biggest problem with it is probably the pacing. I felt like not much happened until the final episode.
Yeah.
And like it's all important for the family stuff and all of the, you know, classic Miss Marvel stuff that we expect, like with her identity issues and with you know, bringing
Give me one good reason not to.
Certain you know bringing minority groups to the forefront and actually, you know, talking about them and their livelihoods and, you know, experiences.
Can we just?
But yeah, I was just, maybe I'm just a bit of an adrenaline junkie, but I was like, damn, there wasn't much action.
Well, I think I kind of those were the bits I enjoyed the most, because they, you know, the 6th episode was great because you had all that legwork and that, you know, I love, you know, the bit, you know, one of the things I really like about the Miss Marvel comics is how much time you spend with her family and friends. She very much is the new Spider-Man, I think. you know,
Nah, it's okay.
possibly more than Miles because she probably gets more love and more consistent writing. You know, she's got the new great power phrase. She's got, she's the kind of new
Everything. Are you free?
inspiration, and I think she could be the kind of
Thanks, man.
the head of, like, you know, I don't know, I really like Miss Marvel, and I really like her family and friends. Nakia is always fucking great. I do I think, I don't really know, I never really think about pacing because I'm just not that, like, I know if I'm feeling exhausted almost, but no, I enjoy the family stuff. Because I think, you know, it wouldn't matter as much if you didn't particularly like her family.
Hey, my buds.
Yeah,
it wouldn't land as much to see, you know, because, I mean, that moment when they all find out who she is and her mum sees her at the end of episode 5, is it?
Yeah.
And she picks up the broken necklace and she has
And
the,
it's
the lightning bolt logo, yeah.
I was surprised that didn't return. I mean, yeah, it was that's the in-story explanation for why her mum decided to put that symbol.
Yeah.
But I was actually expecting her to, you know.
Well, she probably still has it.
As a bracelet or something.
She probably still has it. It's just not shown. It, you know, it served its purpose to some extent. I do like how they explain where she's getting her name from.
Yeah.
Because that didn't actually feel clunky. I was kind of expecting her to just look at herself in the mirror and go, look at all these pictures of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel on my you know, on my wall. I'm not a army designated rank. I'll go with Miss because I'm young. I liked that whole story of it with her dad.
Oh, very yeah. What was that? I forgot. I remember hearing that phrase that gets used in that got used in the game as well.
Yes.
It's not something you are, it's something you do.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about as the new great power.
Yeah, was that
It's her dad who normally says that.
And he didn't say it in this, was it?
No, it was the priest.
Yeah.
Or the religion. What is the religious leader in that religion called? I can never remember. I feel really bad.
Don't worry, because I don't either. I'm gonna.
Ow! I've been shot. Ha! Look, I've been impaled.
Oh God.
Why won't you die, you fool wannabe?
Okay, time to worry about the transmitter.
Yeah.
No more hacks.
Oh, right, okay.
Sheikah? It's got an H on the end.
What do they call the guy in that one? Because, yeah, no, in the show, it was...
Yeah, Sheikah Abdullah or something.
Yeah, that was it, Abdullah. Yeah, in the show they gave it to him because in the comics he has a nice moment later on, but that's kind of relying on some other things happening in Kamala's life that they weren't going to do in the show that early. So I'm glad that they kind of, you know, gave her dad the nice Hulk moment and that speech at the end to give her a name, while Abdullah got the good is not something you are, it's something you do speech, because that's a fucking great saying. I love that. And yeah, because it's her daddy that says it in the comics and in the game.
Yeah.
An app user just posted that a donation stand's being robbed.
New suit time?
New suit, yeah, might as well.
Wait, have you seen this one?
Programmable matter. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's the word. Sharp.
Yes. Let me show you, because this fucking thing does some crazy shit when you do a takedown.
That donation stand. Not on my watch.
Get a...
Oh wow, and it's all bloody.
Yeah, man, it is. Okay, hopefully I'll get enough points to get a takedown, and let's hope it activates. Okay, here we go. There he is. Yeah, this does some crazy shit with the takedowns, man. Let me know when you see it.
Oh damn! Oh damn! Okay.
That was 2-0 damn.
The legs, the spider legs.
The Iron Spider, yeah. It's that, you know, Peter has that in the Spider-Man 2 game trailer.
Oh really?
It's the programmable matter is kind of like it's where it's where the Underground get their tech from. So that's where people are kind of suggesting Peter's and Miles gets it to make this suit as like a side quest. So I think that's where they're going to make it so that's how Peter gets the legs that he has in the trailer. Ow! Yes. Okay. Anyway, tell me more about what you thought of Miss Marvel, because every time you start to, I interrupt you, and I'm a bad co-host. We've established this.
What else? Let me.
Ow!
What's the history there?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have a gripe with the suit.
What?
The Converse.
Until the Tinkerer came along.
Yeah. By then, Tombstone was in prison, so they were able to...
What don't you like about the Converse, Bradley? Converse are cool.
Yeah, they're cool, but I don't know. I feel like the rest of the suit is you know, handcrafted perfectly. Like this is a superhero outfit, and then the Converse are just kind of there.
Well, I'm sure they thought of a good reason that I can't think about right now. God, I'm getting my ass handed to me. I forgot how much harder than Miles' bases are compared to the... Jesus, wait, hang on. How do you activate photo mode? Sorry, that was really loud, wasn't it?
Oh, a bit, but like, it's fine.
You haven't got a headset on, have you?
Yeah, I do have a headset on.
Oh shit, you're deaf now. Oh, okay, I thought his... Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, I think I'm about to get killed shot. Because it looks like the suit is showing his damage, and I'm dead. Yeah, it is! Look, the suit's showing his damage, but when you go into photo mode, it removes it.
Oh. Yeah, it does!
I was looking for... Oh, fuck.
For all those scratches and scrapes.
Yeah, but like through the nice neon red. I was looking for... because it was a really nice detail, but they decided to add that, but... Okay, let's stop trying to fight fancy like Miles, and just fight the good old Peter way. Ow!
I would love to see more of Reno. I think, like, he's wicked smart.
Yeah.
And I think he could definitely be...
I ran a custom search of this address with some underground...
You know, some tech-based superhero, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does in the comics or whatever.
Well, you'll have to read them, won't you?
Yeah, I'll have to read them and find out if he's what he's like in the comics.
You've got a bit of it, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've read all of that.
Right, yeah, did you appreciate that? Oh wait, no, hang on, I don't think it's called it in that edition that I got you, is it? It's not called No Normal.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because most of the episode titles were called what the books were called, so the first volume's called No Normal.
Oh, okay, well damn, I would have got that. I would have been
Wait,
like, yeah!
could you bring up the episode list right now? Because I think one of the other episodes is titled after the books as well.
That would be amazing. Because I am totally toned down.
I will confirm because the books are quite close to me. I can't see that. I can't read them from here, but I can pause the game.
Generation Y as in
Yep, that's one.
We've got Crushed.
Ow. Okay, hang on. We've got Generation Y is Volume 2. No Normal is Volume 1. Crushed is Volume 3. Okay, so they're definitely sticking to the early stuff.
Then we've got Destined.
Nope. Not in the original series, at least.
With Seeing Red.
Nope.
And there's Time and Again.
Time and Again is Volume 10. So, yes, so that's four episodes are named after the original series books, which is a nice detail. Also, I reckon there was someone had done a mural to Ant-Man. Fairly sure that was gonna be a comic artist, because they did the whole after thing. Oh my god, this fucking hammer guy! Fuck you!
We need more people! Why are there always more of them than there are of me?
Stop! Oh my god.
Hey, Spider-Man. I ran a custom search of this address with some underground specific
Anyway,
theories.
yes.
Yes, of course.
Talking, we are good at that.
Yeah, we're great at it. Let's see. So, episode 6 with the school thing and the plan and everything.
Yes.
It was I liked it. It was silly and funny, and it gave me Home Alone vibes.
Yes, no, all that stuff in the school was great. I love how they brought the plan illustrations back. Although I would have found it really funny if one of the damage control guys walked into that room and saw that they hadn't rubbed all that off and was like, guys, I think I know what they're doing. It's drawn very well, but I still have no fucking clue what's going on.
Yes.
Just seeing if there's anything because fucking hell, I'm getting my ass kicked.
So, did you already say that this is your favourite one so far?
I think so. It's the best. It's the best reviewed one. I think the one I expected to enjoy the most was Hawkeye.
Well,
you know, because obviously, as you know, I adore Kate Bishop and Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah,
and
that was the introduction.
Yeah, and yeah, we won't get into my problems with that because I don't want to be negative the entire stream. Except for this short bit where I talk about how much I love Miss Marvel. But even that's been fucking taken up by the fact that I changed the fucking power. Bradley, you need to raid me in. I'll send you a podcast about this guy who basically spends all his time as the co-host of this podcast reining in his more loud co-host. And basically that's what I need you to do.
Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, I was talking about.
Oh, and they talk about the worst seasons of Doctor Who. So you can, because of the writing, not because of women. For fuck's sake. Just to get that out there straight away.
Yeah.
I really want to see Jodie Whittaker with a good fucking writer. Russell T Davis, please.
Right.
There.
Or Big Finish.
Find the jammer.
I want to wait 10 years, find out that Jodie Whittaker had some amazing Big Finish stories, and feel very satisfied in life. That's it. Anyway, I've interrupted you again.
Yeah, I thought to just jump onto that somewhere. I did. I watched. I decided to have a watch of that Orphan 65 or Orphan 26.
Oh, Orphan 55. Oh, fuck.
55, yeah, because I heard that was like the worst, and I watched it. I was like, oh my god, it's the worst.
They had a furry in it, Bradley.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a well-made furry either. Like, do you remember in like
the cat people from the hospital? Yeah, apologies for that, but
they looked like cats, and this was just like some person with fuzzy ears and a flipping drawn on. What's it called?
that actor just decided to show up one day wearing that, and they were like, "Fuck it, yeah, we'll put you in." That's not an alien. That's just a human who wanted to dress like a cat one day.
Yeah.
There's the jammer.
Yeah, that's not even like an animal person. That's just literally a furry. But yeah, it's like I haven't actually seen Jodie Whittaker in much.
Have you seen the Timeless Children PowerPoint?
What?
So the big Doctor Who episode that basically ruined the continuity and had everyone up in arms was also a crap episode, because all the new lore was expressed basically by one character doing a PowerPoint presentation with the budget of the BBC used for a very fancy PowerPoint presentation behind him, and moving images and stuff, opposed to just individual slides.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
That should be back on the grid.
Yeah, I was.
Hey, tipping off the cops.
Yeah, there's some things I think you don't do with lore.
Underground partnership lead for my series.
I should head up before the cops get here and cover.
And the reason the guy did it was just to try and fix some things that weren't really problems if you just kind of... Because they were classic era problems that you don't really... that they were beginning to explore when the show first got cancelled. So I don't know why you'd bring back the stuff that they were about to do when the show got cancelled.
Yeah, because like that like the seventh Doctor or something. Like,
yeah.
There was this, I've heard it referred to as the Cartmel Master Plan.
Yes. Yeah.
Which seems to just be, let's inject some mystery into the Doctor. Because we didn't know what he was, now we do. I want to not know what he is again. So let's just slide some lines in here that imply that he's more than just your average Time Lord or something. Like
Do you know, have you seen that we know who our new Doctor is now?
Yes, I've seen it and I've forgotten it. Forgotten the name, forgotten the person.
Shooty from Sex Education. And one of the funniest things I think that I can say now about a Doctor or about the Doctor is, because of Sex Education, I have seen the Doctor have a wank. I hadn't explored many of the other other actors, Doctors, previous pre stuff before they were the Doctor, or once after they were were able to do big stuff, so they weren't doing the kind of things where that would probably happen. David Tennant probably got something out on stage at one point, not sure. But the fact that as a result of Sex Education, I can say that I think it's basically one of the earliest scenes of one of the last episodes of season 2. I think it's season 2. But anyway, it's just really funny to me that I've seen the Doctor have a wank. No matter how good or bad, but it will be good. I mean, fucking hell, it will be good with Russell T Davies back on writing. I just think it's really funny that that's something I can say.
I was gonna ask, how optimistic you feel now that
I mean, I would not be as optimistic if it was Stephen Moffat coming back. Because he, while being a competent writer, which I hate how that's the bar you have to get over. You have to have basic knowledge of how to do character development and progression and exploration of themes to be a competent writer, and Chibnall failed at that. That's how, like, I have watched okay, no, I ironically gave up on the last half of the arguably best season of Chibnall Who, Series 11, but then watched all of Series 12 and Flux. I gave up on the Amazon episode, and then I kept
far braver man than I am.
The fucking Arachnids episode wasn't the last one I really watched.
I heard about that.
I hate giant spiders, and so I was pretty out of it as a result of that episode. And then I don't know what came immediately after that, but I think I watched that one. And then after that, it was the Amazon one I saw the next time, and I was like, okay, they're doing Amazon? They're going to be critical of Amazon, right? Turns out they weren't, but I found that out later. Any left standing?
Like, what
but they weren't as critical as Amazon as you would think. But that's as much as we'll go into that. But basically, I then did want to be caught up ready for the new series, so I went back and watched the most dull season finale of Doctor Who ever, which was the Battle of Ravskor af Kolos, which, fuck you for that name more than anything, Chibnall. The Battle of Ravskor? I can't fucking remember what it's called. And
I'll look it up just for the sake of consistency.
Ravskor af Kolos. It's a shit name. It's. He kept naming aliens really badly. The fucking Pating. Yes, people like the Slovene because you can. People make fun of the fact you can't. The Slovene's homeworld is difficult to pronounce, but at least you can say the Slovene and remember them. Yeah, exactly.
Ranskor av Kolos.
That's a shit. Like, it's an episode name.
The Battle of Ranskor av Kolos.
It's a single episode finale, and it is just really boring.
Yeah, I feel like that's supposed to be like, it's supposed to sound intense.
It's not even that bad, it's just boring.
And isn't the dude called Tim Shaw?
It's Zen Shah or something. It was a joke that it sounded like Tim Shaw.
Oh, right.
I had a PE teacher called Tim Shaw. I think he turned out to be a pervert, I can't remember.
Oh, damn, okay. Where were we? Yeah, my experience with the only other I've seen of Chibnall Who is
there's a guy trapped in the reception of his building. Lol. No, so I watched that series finale, and then I watched straight after it because I'd waited until they'd both come back. Like, basically, I'd wanted to get caught up ready for series 12. So I watched the series finale of 11 and then the New Year's special, which I actually did enjoy. That Dalek episode was actually really creepy and quite good.
Oh, really?
So that one was alright, and then I watched all of series 12 and Flux and the specials since Flux.
Oh my god.
Which are probably worse than the episodes I missed of season 11, but I was having such a horrible time with season 11, and by that point I was like, oh, this is bad in parts of series 12 and 13 and Flux. But by that point I knew it was going to be bad going in, so I was able to just have a fucking fun time. I just watched it while texting Bryn, basically just having fun. and then, but the good thing is, but the best thing about watching it, expecting it to be bad, is that you notice the little things that make it good as well. But you appreciate the little things a lot more.
thing is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the fucking the text they were using for all of the locations in Flux was Impact, which is just one of the ugliest fonts imaginable, and so I was laughing about that. And then they used, I don't think it was Impact Still for the Sea Devil episode, but they then chose a really ugly green. So that was laughable once again.
Yeah, I watched one episode of Flux with my brother. we watched it, and it felt like a flipping eternity.
Which one did you watch? Because there's...
We watched episode 1 because we were like, let's
watch
Flux.
right, yeah.
We were like, let's watch Flux so that we were like caught up, so that we know what's going on. Literally, one episode, and we're like, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth our sanity.
Cut yourself some slack. You still making beats?
Once again, would love for Jodie Whittaker to stay and get good writing with Russell T Davies, or a fucking female writer, because there are 2 episodes of Jodie Whittaker's run which are fucking stellar, right? They are so good. They're not episodes I went into because I wasn't really at that point yet, especially in the season 12 episode written by this person. I wasn't at that point yet of going in expecting disappointment. So I watched that one episode, and good God, is it no surprise that the female Doctor's best 2 episodes are probably one of the few episodes written by a woman? Isn't it weird how that happens? When a female character is written by a woman, it's much better. I wonder what we should do in future. Maybe we should let more women write fucking female characters.
Don't think about
It's that simple.
Focus on sounds. Clear my head.
Scan the holograms and it'll unlock files on that
Oh
drive.
yeah, Russell T Davies, right? My greatest fear with 14 and
Back up a
everything
little. Your levels are clipping.
is thusly.
Yes.
Not this way.
My greatest fear is Russell T Davies retreading David Tennant's plotline and general vibe. I don't think he will.
Not a match though.
But like,
Keep looking.
my fear is that it'll be all callbacky to 10 and stuff, and they're like, remember when we fought the Slovene? Remember when we went to New York? Remember when we did that? And
I don't think he'll do that.
Fest. I don't think he will either. That's the only that's the only thing I can, think of as that's the only way it can really be bad.
Yeah.
I feel like is if it turns into a nostalgia fest as opposed to exploring new concepts and stories and characters, which I think he will, because he did that a lot.
I left a few messages.
Stephen Moffat did callbacks a lot more than T. Davis did, I think. And, since he's done a lot of growth as a writer and done a lot of different things. So I feel like I don't think we're gonna get a Russell T Davies era number 2.
You were right about clearing my head too.
Well, I mean, I'm speaking hopefully. As you asked, am I hopeful? Am I expecting a lot? I'm expecting fucking anything, but I'm expecting a lot. I'm hoping that, I'm hoping for a lot.
You don't have to protect me.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm quite hopeful. I'll definitely give it a fair amount of
You said you never
slack,
finished
even if
how
the first
things
couple
went
of
bad
episodes are
between
kind
you
of
and
naff. I'm definitely willing to be like, let's just give it a chance. Give it a chance. A few more episodes. See what happens.
Yeah.
Too different.
That's all you can do, really.
Yeah, because I think he had he has the best track record with with 9 and 10
Alright,
and the
thanks,
characters that he had in those. Like, he had a great cast built up by the end.
Yeah, I mean, that was the closest thing we got to a Avengers crossover movie was the season finale of 4. Season 4.
Yeah, because you had Jack, you had Captain Jack, you had Sarah Jane, like there was all that going on.
Yeah. No, it's good. We kind of completely went off on a tangent on Doctor Who.
Yes.
Unexpected. Do you know how we got there, or do you want to go? Do you want to tell me about the Flash and Arrow?
How did we get there? It must have been something to do with Miss Marvel. But...
Yes. I think, was it just a side comment about...
It may have just been a side comment.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to find it without, like, literally listening back, so... do you want to just tell me about the,
Yeah, let me think about what I have seen in the most recent episodes, yeah.
These are
I just
targeting
watched
Harlem businesses.
Arrow.
Would you like to choose a new suit?
Yes, let me choose a new suit. Let's go with No, that's not what I'm going to do. B4.
B4. The vampire suit.
Might be the same guys who went out to tape.
Well, does this not look like a 90s edgy, vampire hunter thing?
Oh my god. It's a bit thick, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. It's like, it feels very 90s to me.
Good to meet you. Saw your mural at Teo's.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the other guy. But I'm still here to help.
Every business on this block had inventory.
Oh, that was it. It was the Firestorm
Paper products,
episode.
kits,
It was
sanitizers. We're all
on the Flash.
We can't swallow a loss like that.
Did you report it?
Sure, but no one's taking us seriously.
Yeah,
she runs the restaurant next door.
Ronnie and
decided to look into it herself. Went down to the shipping center
Ronnie
that supplies all of us.
and
I'll meet her there. See if I can help.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
That professor guy Martin or something.
Yeah.
Unfused. They unfused and it was like we've got to keep them unfused and we've got to do all this and then they fused back in the end because they
I'm looking into some robberies on Harlem's main strip.
Oh, is he the military guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Panafuerte. Did you try the arepas?
Oh yeah, I may or may not have said this yet. I finished Constantine.
Totally. So what's the
Wait, Constantine was in that part of the series already?
Well, he had his own series.
Yeah, no, I know. I just meant, I thought he was only introduced to Arrow like in season 4. Wait, what season of Arrow are you on? Are you on season 4?
Season 3. Season 3. Because he had his series and then his show got retroactively made into part of the Arrowverse by him.
Oh, right, they did the Supergirl thing. Oh, cool, these gauntlets glow, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
Oh, this is the really cool, hang on, I'm just going to temporarily change suit to show you this cool thing that I note. Where is it?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, it changes the red color to be this, like, really silvery kind of white thing. Because these lines, like, yeah, I just think it's really cool. The lighting in this corridor is really weird. Yeah, it makes it kind of silvery at the right angle. It's really cool. Anyway, yeah, I'll go back to Glowy Gauntlet Boy. Alright.
Yeah, but Constantine, right, I've recently, and by recently I mean not so recently, but, you know, I'm saying it now.
Yes.
Found out that, and it's quite evident in the last episode, it got the can.
A bit earlier than expected, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it got cancelled while they still had a 14th episode to
oh right, shit.
Yeah, it was ready or something. And they got cancelled that fast, which is a shame because
was stuffed in a trunk after arguing with some.
It's a Powerpuff Girls level cancellation.
Well, the Powerpuff Girls had.
Oh my god.
That got cancelled?
Wait,
it got cancelled so hard that it...
The live action, it didn't even, like, the script got leaked.
They were making a live action?
Was it the Powerpuff Girls?
Why would you do that? How would you do that?
They had Chloe Bennett in it from
Agents of Shield.
Yeah. Wait, just check because it might not be Powerpuff Girls. Are they the three coloured, like the red, green, and the other one?
What? Live action.
Come out! Hands up!
Girls featuring Chloe Bennett.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I was right, it is the Powerpuff Girls, isn't it?
Anything turn up?
Yeah, what? This is...
Yes. Now I can get a look at that clue. Jacket from David's Complete Auto Repair. Someone dropped it when they threw it out.
Get the can?
It got cancelled because of A, set photo leaks, B, the script leaked, and yeah, I think they were reworking the script because of just how awful it was, and then I think they just I think they just completely decided, actually, let's not do this.
I flipping loved Chloe Bennett as Daisy. She was great.
This new spider apparently fixed trains. That's what the locals are saying.
Oh yeah, but Constantine got cancelled, and it got cancelled in such a way that it essentially turned the 13th episode into. It turned the season finale into just another episode.
Sending you the address.
Has the mid-season finale twist in it, because like a lot of the Arrowverse shows, I'm noticing about halfway through, there's a big twist. It's a nice big twist that flips it all on its head, like in season 3.
Walking Dead does that occasionally.
Yeah, because in season 3 of Arrow, the big like shocking twist is Oliver goes and fights Rachel Ghoul.
Right, and then
yeah, and that changes everything until it comes back. Like there's a good 2 or 3 episodes where.
Let me know when you've finished season 4 because I made this like recap jokey PowerPoint. Yeah. I know we were criticizing PowerPoints, but for me it's fine. No, I was making.
I saying about this one,
and I counted how many times Queen family members died, and how many times Sarah died.
What?
Well, because she gets off to the start of season 3, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then she goes with the Legends for a bit. Well, she's in the Legends. When does that start in your watch?
Not sure. Let me look up my.
Because I thought they'd done the first couple of crossovers with Soonish. Well, yeah, because she's in that, and I think she dies loads of times in that. I'm not sure. I haven't actually watched it. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to find a way to get it and watch it all, but it's difficult. But anyway, yeah. So I do have like a counter of deaths in the Arrow series, and I just think, I enjoyed making that a PowerPoint and counting those silly things.
Just let Camila go.
That starts.
Camila's in that car?
About halfway through
speeding through Manhattan, dangerously
season 4 of Arrow, Flash.
Right. God, it's so weird to think that season 3 of Arrow was at the same time as season 1 of Flash.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's weird.
Camila, please be safe.
But as regards Constantine, as you can imagine, it's building up to me giving away the twist, kind of. Or
yes.
I shouldn't. I don't know.
No, it's fine. Wait, do they kind of try and roll it into Arrow then?
I don't believe so, because I think his whole storyline just got completely orphaned.
Oh right. Oh, I see. I thought you were going to say that like
Get that trunk open.
They were like, okay, well, it's been removed from this show, but we can put it in because we want to put him in Arrow.
I'll just spoiler, not spoiler it then. So, like,
but those men.
One of Constantine's allies turns out to be.
Those men were paid to steal our inventory. Drive us out of
Evil.
Turns out to be evil, and turns out to be the leader of the
bridge.
villainous faction that they are fighting
You need
against.
help getting home?
No, no.
And
I can
that's
call
where
it.
it ends. It ends on
Gracias.
the audience learning that.
Oh, that's bad.
Not him learning that, the audience learning that.
Oh dear. Have they spoken to the fact that about what was going to happen next?
Yankee,
Because sometimes, like, if a show gets cancelled, the writers will then basically just drop it all on the internet.
About that, I did some digging. Someone anonymously filed a request with the city to use eminent domain powers and condemn Camila and Caleb's blog.
has to be the guy paying our criminals, right? So he can move in?
Totally. I put in a counter request asking for an investigation into whoever's trying to buy the land.
Yeah, I...
Dude, you're a genius.
Hey look, it's the main villains of Miss Marvel.
Call you soon.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey! Yeah, the last time I brought up Constantine, I recommended it.
Mm-hmm. Now you cannot.
I can't recommend it for one, the ending, and two, the fact that the second half, and by I mean second half, as in like maybe episode 6 onwards, like there's some really bleak episodes, and yeah, that's okay, but damn, sometimes like it's just a bit of tonal. It was just a bit of tonal whiplash to go from a happy-go-lucky Flash episode, run Barry, run, and then he runs fast and saves the day, and then going to oh, what's the next episode you need to watch? Oh, it's Constantine, and then the souls of the victims were stuck in the hell afterlife forever.
Jesus.
Like, okay, great.
I feel like you might get some kind of tonal shifts between, like that with Arrow to Flash, to be honest. Like he'll be like, "I'm back on my killing bullshit," and then Barry will be punching someone.
I like that bit where in Flash versus Arrow, where you know, Oliver's like, we're gonna do this my way, and Barry's like, yeah, sure, and then they beat up that criminal, or Barry beats up that criminal. He's like, haha, we beat you, and then Oliver comes over. He's like, where's the information, or whatever he says. What? Tell me what I need to know. All of that kind of stuff, and then he jabs him in the leg with a knife or something. Barry's over there looking traumatized, like, what are you doing, bro?
This was not what we. This is not the.
It totally got across the difference in the two shows. Like,
yeah.
I do like Arrow, and I do like Flash. I'm still on season 1 of Flash. I hear it gets a little wacky in the later series. But,
I think they just kind of, yeah, it's definitely the Riverdale, I think, of those ones. Because I kind of heard that Legends leans into how ridiculous it is, and never took itself particularly seriously.
That's good, you know, like.
So.
Like, one of the worst things is when something is taking itself seriously. And thinking,
Arrow kind of treats stuff with. It's not always great, but it treats stuff with levity. While I feel like Flash deals with some serious shit, but treats it like it's not. Except when they want that big emotional moment.
Big emotion.
It kind of it flips a lot. But honestly, like, you'll take something out of Flash and Arrow completely different to what I do, and what anyone does. So, you know, people, you know, I will I will continue to get the DVD box sets of Flash until it ends, just because I enjoy binging it. I enjoy waiting for everything that, hearing everything that's gone wrong when people watch it live, watch it week to week or month to month or whatever. Oh, fuck. I forgot what I was doing.
Supply should be in there. Blocked by other crates. Could use that crane.
But I enjoy, I look forward to when it all comes out on DVD for dirt cheap, and then so I can just spend a couple days and watch it all while I work. Well, that's how it used to be, but why do I feel like I'm about to get run over? Ah, because I am.
More of you?
Yeah, arrows. I'm not sure which. I mean, I like them for different reasons, so I can't really say.
Yeah, Arrow's always going to have a special place in my heart, even though I'd say season 3 and 4 was where I struggled. I only kept watching season 3 because I got through the slump on it while I was wrapping presents for Christmas, and so I was kind of like in the spirit for. I was in that kind of jolly spirit to deal with all the, dramatic, sad shit that the end of season 3 was throwing at me. And then, and I was able to just watch a number of episodes on the trot while I very slowly wrapped up presents, because I kind of got back into it. And then that kept me going. But... yeah, I mean, if you want to give up on season 4 and just go straight to season 5, which is my personal favourite series, I could just send you what happens in that PowerPoint, because that was the point of it. That was the point of the PowerPoint, basically skip 2, 3, and 4, and just go straight to season 5, if you want to, for newcomers to the series.
Everyone on the block is the same.
So 4 is going to be a struggle then.
Well, doing
good work out there, Spider-Man.
you have to tell me what you think. That's the good thing about this, is I get to find out what you think. And you're the only person who I know is kind of like watching it properly and with all the other stuff as well for the context of certain things. So, because the only other person I was in continual contact with who did watch that stuff watched it all very quickly, and then I couldn't really get a proper update from them week to week or what was going on. They were just like, oh yeah, I like that series, or I didn't like that series, or I gave up, or whatever. So I gave up on that show, or I gave up on that series, and then they come back to it a year later and just say, oh yeah, I watched it.
In person.
So you can lie to me again?
Yes, because I've got this, I found this
Meet me at Trinity
list,
Church.
and by list,
no
I
more
mean...
lies. I promise.
If you're screwing with me...
A list of people to kill.
The release, the original airing dates of the
yeah.
Trinity
series,
Church.
and
let's go.
That's just how we're watching them, like one in release order.
The series. Are you watching it on DVD, like putting DVDs in, or are you watching it on streaming service?
For some, it's a streaming service. For others, like. We've got Virgin Media, right?
Have I got Virgin Media? No, I have not got Virgin Media.
It's like, Flash, at least some of Flash, and as well as Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow are on.
Ow! Right.
The box. Some of which being like reruns that are just recording for later, and some of which just being like, oh, you can watch this. Which, is preferred because like
what do we call it? Rocks on harassment?
Rocks on harassment?
When they ambush me and I'm just stopping them from killing me? I don't personally feel like that's rocks on harassment.
But yeah, that's how we're. Of course, on the recordings, that means we have to deal with adverts in the middle, which is.
Hello, friends. This is the
it's weird going back to nostalgia.
Wait, there's actually adverts in the middle? That's so weird.
Yeah, because it's recording just a rerun, and you know, reruns have adverts in them.
Can you skip through them though?
Oh,
If
yeah,
it's the recording, you can, yeah.
Yeah, we just fast forward those. But
Fair enough.
it's nostalgic. Like I said, it's nostalgic to see adverts.
Mm.
Not that I'd want to see adverts on a streaming service. So that's something.
That's something that Netflix is bringing in.
Woo! Adverts.
They brought in a lower, like, 480p option for the same price as it used to be. And now they're bringing in adverts for an even cheaper option, I think. So God knows what we'll be paying in, you know, to watch the final season of Stranger Things. And
maybe...
well, at least, even though it's fucking evil that it's gone to Disney along with everything else ever created by people, at least the Netflix Marvel stuff
to be consumed by the mouse.
I feel like we were both having our own monologues there, and I much more enjoyed yours. Even though, unfortunately, I talked over most of it, so I didn't hear it.
Oh, it wasn't a monologue per se. It was just me griping about
Disney.
How much control...
You got me monologuing!
Ah! I would actually be caught out by that, I feel like.
What, the old syndrome?
I feel like if someone caught me monologuing, they would be able to, like, you know, pull some flanking stuff or surprise attack thing.
Well, I mean, I've managed to do that to you in multiple video games.
That's true, so we have actual proof that it would work.
Yeah. Although that said, I've got a video of you doing the same to me while you were spinning me a whole old tale. And then I realised, hang on, you're getting way too much into this narration. And I turned around and you shot me in the face. Or at least you tried.
Was that recent, or was that like ages ago?
It was a long time ago. It was on Uncharted, but I recently posted it to. I recently posted it to TikTok, but your audio didn't record, so I've had to. So the whole narration is lost, but I'm kind of like, I remember it. Because it's what made me turn around. Was the fact that you were just going off on this wild narration.
I do vaguely remember that.
So, okay, so was that, wait, you told me about the, oh fuck, I'm running away from the crime. So you're telling me about Firestorm in the Flash, and what happened in Arrow? How close are you to the bit of Arrow season 3 that almost made me give up?
I'm in episode 15.
Right. Oh god, there's all the fucking China flashbacks where Oliver gets really into torturing for some reason. That's the summary of the flashbacks in season 3. I really wish they'd stopped the flashbacks in like series 2. At least in
those two is the thing, and
yeah,
it was like, oh well, we did it for this one, let's do it again.
Yeah, season 3 and 4 the flashbacks are fairly boring, except in like they both seem to set up. They both, ironically, you know, it's very, you know, coincidental that in his third year on the island, or as they've corrected it in the opening now, so it doesn't contradict, you know, his story, in hell as opposed to on the island of hell. He deals with something that he'll have to deal with in that same series.
I mean, that's always the case.
It's always fairly coincidental, that, isn't it?
5 years are like just out of raw chance.
Yeah, first year on the island, first year in the city. Second year on the island, second year in the city. I mean, it's for narrative reasons, but I don't know why it has to be, oh, it's his second year as the Arrow, or so therefore it has to be. Yeah, it's just mix it up, make it his fourth year on the island be something he deals with in his second year as Arrow. It'd be interesting to kind of mess with how his progression is. I don't know, but fucking love the advanced tech suit. Wanna choose a suit for me? Oh, and yeah, no, but I like the flashbacks in season 5 because they're interesting in their own right. I think like season 5, it was really a return to form in my eyes. So I really like season 5, flashbacks and all, because the flashbacks were actually interesting for once, and they actually held a lot of weight for the rest of the series, not just for that one series, but for the rest of the series. And then seasons 6 and 7 they do flash forwards, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, they're doing one a year, so like, how does it work?
Yeah.
Like, after series 5, like, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm not telling you any more, but yeah, flash forwards.
Flash forwards.
And in season 7, I think I was more invested in the flash forwards than I was the modern day plot.
Oh wow!
Not a dig on season 7, because season 7 was all, it wasn't as good as season 5. No, wait.
1C.
1C. Homemade suit. Nice. This definitely is like a homemade suit kind of thing, isn't it? I really like the design of the spider on the front, how it wraps around the front and back. I think it's really cool.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, that really is. That really is No Way
cool.
Home type thing.
It's the most interesting. Yeah, it's the most interesting, like, unique logo design, I think, for a spider costume. It's really cool. But yeah.
Oh, what a swing! The one where he's doing the upside down pose.
Yeah, no, that's so cool.
That's classy.
Spider-Man chases villain through city.
Yeah, Firestorm thing is going on in Flash. Then the most recent thing that happened in episode 15, that's the one where Raish takes Thea says, "Hey, Malcolm killed, but Sarah come and kidnap him and kill him." and then Raish does do that. Well, not like directly or anything, but, does that. And then
doesn't he send thingy? Doesn't he send Nissa? Yeah. Ow.
And then Oliver and Diggle go save him. And they go to save him, and then they get captured.
Oliver's alive again at this point.
Yeah, and then the episode ended with Raish being like, "Nah, I'm not gonna kill you, Oliver. I want you to be the next Rachel."
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, like hell.
Why did that? What made them stand down about the whole Sarah thing in the end? I can't remember.
I'm not sure if they have per se yet.
Right.
But originally they didn't. They kind of sort of semi-stopped after Oliver died, but then they found out he was alive.
So they were pissed off.
They were pissed off, yeah, pretty much. And in the Flash, it's just something I really like about Flash season 1. I absolutely Wells is flipping love his character. I love how
psychotic.
Yeah, but like what stands out to me is that is how, as the audience, it's up in the air how genuine he's being with all the saving stuff, and I find it really interesting a concept if he is being genuine with all of that. Like if that's what he's feeling, if he's good, like feels good, but ultimately he's still a bad guy at the end.
It's really interesting drama. No, I do really like that series.
And speaking of drama, the relationships with all of his, for want of a better word, subordinates, his Barry and Cisco and Caitlin and all of them, how much of it is, genuine,
Is this supposed to be a person?
Friendship. How much of it is genuine friendship, and how much of it is oh,
just playing them.
I'm using you for my own ends.
No, I don't think that's a person.
That looks like.
Come on, guys! Right in the city?
Yeah, that doesn't look like someone real.
Well, no, I think it might be someone real. I meant I was trying to find out if it was like someone from, you know, like an established character in the Marvel universe. But you know, like, I mean, obviously she's a reporter in this, but you know, if MJ was a model, that would probably be a picture of her. Stop blowing me up! It's not very nice.
Yes. I do like Flash is really good for like warm, fuzzy feelings. It's such a light-hearted show, and you always know that everything's going to be all right at the end.
Yeah. The arrow, it's like, oh, you think everything's gonna be alright? Ha, we're gonna stab you in the knee with an arrowhead.
Yeah, it's darker and grittier, but it's good in its own way. It's more tense, more grounded.
You've put the Batman movies on hold, haven't you, until to watch Doctor Strange just for this week?
Yeah.
So are you going to go straight through and do the Dark Knight trilogy, and then are you going to do like the? Have you seen Man of Steel and Batman v Superman?
Batman Begins. You've seen Batman Begins?
No, the one, the series, the after Batman v Superman and stuff.
Oh, the
Are you going to do the Justice League movie for the Ben Affleck? Oh, you've seen it, okay. So you could probably just go straight from Dark Knight Rises to the Batman.
Yeah, we've actually seen the Batman.
Have you?
Yeah, I think we spoke about it when...
Oh, we probably did. I have no memory of that, but I'm glad you saw it. You should do it again, having seen those old movies, and see what you think about it comparatively to them.
Yeah, because I liked Batman Begins.
Batman Begins is really good.
Liam Neeson as Rage was fun, and Christian Bale makes a really good Batman. I like the way Gotham looked.
Yes.
Alfred, like there was a lot to enjoy about that movie, and just like the scope of it, because you know, some movies feel way longer than others to me, and I can't really describe it in scientific terms because I don't think there is a science to the fact that this 2 hours felt longer than these 2 hours. But,
yeah, I don't think Batman Begins feels as long as it is. But at the same time, it feels like there is a point where you think it's about to end, and then it just keeps going, and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. The ending did drag a touch, like maybe.
I don't think I would have noticed, because I think it was like it without it feeling like, oh, it's wrapping up, because like stuff's resolved, and then it unresolves itself. If they didn't do that, it wouldn't feel that I don't think.
Everybody.
But I really liked it.
Oh god, yeah.
I liked how grand a scope it had. I liked how.
How do they pronounce Raish in that? Because do they call him Raish or Raz? Because in Arrow they call him Raz, and I think and it's supposed to be Raish. I'm fairly sure.
Yeah.
And it really annoyed me. When I watched Arrow, they kept going, Raz! Al Gore. I was like, what? I thought it was Raish, guys. I thought it was Raish. No?
Yeah, I think they pronounced it Raish in that? I couldn't
Right, yeah. Let me know once you've... I mean, we'll talk about it next week, but let me know when you've seen The Dark Knight, and we can discuss how Gotham looks in that one.
Yes, I have a quick question about the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yes.
And by question, I mean ranking.
Yes.
How would you rank thing. But no spoilers, not even necessarily any explanations.
Order of release.
Really? Okay.
From being someone who prefers Batman accurately represented as opposed to I've been headbutted off a building. Like film, like good and bad when it comes to the Batman films. Just for Batman really. Because DC are honestly terrified of doing Batman as wacky and crazy, like his villains, as they are. It's a shame, but DC really seem embarrassed by the comics, the source material, while Marvel don't really do that as often. They're just embarrassed to pay the original comic creators. Arguably worse. Well, no, definitely worse. You know, they'll rip off the original writers and artists who worked on the original series, but at least they're not afraid of the source material like DC. That's like I'm doing a jokingly shallow argument. But no, I mean, it personally kind of just annoys me that we'll never get a Batman that's like he should be, because it's always got to be realistic and gritty if it's Batman. You know, it's why I'm slightly worried. It's why I'm slightly worried about a sequel to The Batman, because The Batman I kind of let get away with the more realistic stuff in certain places because it felt like, you know, he had his gadget origins in realism, but then he develops them to become less realistic. It makes logical sense.
Yeah.
I just hope that they don't stick to realistic going forward, because we've had the realistic trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, and I didn't particularly love how realistic they had to make everything, because it meant that we didn't get super cool Bane or super cool or the Joker like he should be. But that said, the performance was fucking great. But anyway, yeah, no, as release order, my favourites go Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises.
That's it.
Fair.
My only criticism of Batman Begins is that they fail his no-kill rule at the very end by letting Ra's die.
Oh, that, yeah.
Because
I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you either.
That's misunderstanding his thing.
That's kind of arbitrary at that point.
Yeah,
I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you from falling.
Yeah, no, mate, you do, because you don't.
Drop someone off a cliff, you know. Like, what if you just drop someone off a cliff? Gravity killed him.
You won't let people die.
What if you just tie someone to the railroad? Like, I mean, you're not killing him. It's just a train.
I mean, that's basically what happened.
That's basically what he did.
He left him in a train, and the train crashed.
Here to tell us about it is the proprietor of local restaurant.
Yeah, he should have saved him. But
I mean, the one worrying thing that Robert Pattinson has said is that, like, Batman won't kill in their universe. But Robert Pattinson said, like, at this point, he's not. Well, he said at this point, so I like the idea that it kind of will develop for him. And it's like Pattinson said, Batman or Bruce doesn't really know if, at this point, whether he doesn't kill because he physically can't, or if he really wants to but won't let himself. And I kind of like that as a kind of subtext, like in the background of his early years, but where he's so angry, where he won't kill, but not for a kind of moral reason yet, because he's still so filled with grief and he hasn't got into it yet. So I kind of like the idea that he won't let himself, but not for a moral reason, but just because he understands that it would be the wrong thing to do, and later it will become an actual morality thing that he literally can't kill. He won't let himself kill people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, at first, when I heard that statement, I was like, it's a little bit worrying, mate, but yeah, whatever. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that does.
Was that what you expected?
I've heard a lot of people. Their favorite is The Dark Knight.
Listen, hearing this sound
But
running on a
I mean,
tight
I have
schedule.
yet to see for myself and make my own decisions on that one.
That's right.
But sometimes I like to hear what people think.
Yeah, no, it is. That's yeah. You don't want to make your own opinion based off other people's opinions, because I do that so often. I'll like a film until people tell me it's bad, and then I'll diminish it, and I'm honestly fed up with losing my love for the Tom Holland films because of other people. So I'm kind of trying to not let myself think that anymore. If I love something, I'm gonna love it.
I don't know what I do.
So you love exactly. You love any of these films, you love them. Don't listen to what I say because I'm a comic-y reader, and my priorities are different to yours.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight, for me, is a really good movie, but it's not a very good Batman. Well, it's not a perfect Batman movie. And I think I mentioned it because I rewatched it at one point, just before you watched The Batman. I rewatched The Dark Knight, and I think I probably mentioned to you the next time we talked is how lame Batman feels, but how cool Bruce Wayne is in The Dark Knight.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, because like, I like to hear beforehand about what people think, especially if what people think is, wow, this is a great movie, because then I get all excited.
God, no, it is a fucking great movie.
Because I like being excited for things. I like being excited for movies.
But I mean, the main thing is that there's going to be not a great deal. Like, the focus is definitely on Joker, which is deserved.
This is Heath Ledger's Joker, like the legendary one, right? Like, this is the.
What? No. Oh shit.
Everyone is like, oh, this person's just doing Heath Ledger, but again.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, like he's the one that gets name dropped all the time.
Spider-Man.
People are wrong in that though, because Heath Ledger was just doing Joker, and that's what the next people were doing as well.
Stop lying to me.
Yeah.
I let you in the underground because I thought you understood.
I do understand. What Krieger did to Rick, Roxxon needs to pay. Not like this.
This is the only way I can beat him.
After this mission?
I need you
This
to
is
look
quite
the
a
other
long
way.
mission. We might want to call it as soon as we get out of this cutscene. Because I didn't intend to actually start it. I was swinging around here doing crimes and stuff, not wanting to start it, and then I, on autopilot, swung a little too close. I wasn't even near the start. It was literally, oh, you're within the realms of this area. Start the mission, and I was like, shit.
So now we have to watch this.
Well, shit, Brad. Some of us like people talking. Not all of us like action non-stop for 6 episodes. You're just like Chris Chibnall. You don't like character development.
Oh God!
Thailand, Venezuela.
Harshest roast you've ever given me.
I know that is not where I expected the stream to go. I will honestly say.
What?
Yeah, I shouldn't really hold it in such.
I've only just remembered the Rhino's Russian, and so now he's wearing a red outfit.
I should really be more fair on it, because like all superhero origin stories have that bit at the start where they're just normal and doing normal things, so we can see the abnormal.
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
Oh, just me and being like, oh damn, oh
right, about character development.
In Miss Marvel, that's totally what it needed. Sitting around and talking. God, what do you think I'm watching? The Matt Murdock scenes in Daredevil?
I guess I was hoping.
You mean the best scene in Daredevil?
Exactly.
You're behind the curtain, bud.
Oh.
This is
our
No,
most
Daredevil was
secure
great.
facility.
Daredevil was great.
And here the sausage gets made.
Miss Marvel was
You're
great.
a real prick, you know
Can't
that?
wait for the next next Marvel show.
Her brother and I were developing.
Oh wait, is that Ironheart?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to know a rumor spoiler
I would love to know a rumor / spoiler
for She-Hulk?
I would love to.
But let's not dwell, right?
Apparently, Jessica Jones is going to make her reappearance in She-Hulk.
Wow.
And
please tell me it's Kristen Ritter.
Oh yeah, it will be. And Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk will both appear in Echo. And Matt Murdock's subplot in Echo will be him looking for Jessica Jones, who's gone missing.
All we do is win. Oh, that sounds good.
Wait, but how is that going to make sense if Jess has gone? So maybe Jess will go missing at the end of She-Hulk?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's. I really hope that's true. Actually, I really hope that's true.
Can't skip it.
I really hope that's
tell
really
us what
true.
my new form is.
Spoilers, because that's right up my alley.
Oh, and use
Jessica Jones and Daredevil are some of the
Time to finish what we started on the
top tier
movie. Top tier top tier Marvel TV show stuff. Especially the likes of Jessica Jones season 1.
Yeah.
That was good. Daredevil was pretty good. Well, Daredevil 1 and 3. 2 was good, just a touch crowded. But
yeah. Oh wait, shit! I'm supposed to be doing something.
What? This is a.
This is a game. This is an interactive game. I thought it was a movie.
Are you okay? They were gonna kill you.
Yeah, Finn. So why don't we team up for the rest of the game rather than you just not being able to decide whether you want to be a villain for the rest of the fucking game? She's like, oh, Miles, we're great. You know, we're good buddies. We can work together despite the fact that you lied to me, but I also lied to you, but I'm just completely ignoring the fact that I lied to you. About hiding my secret life as a bad guy. But you hid your secret life as a good guy, so I'm going to get pissed about that. But I'm also going to pretend to kind of become friends with you again, despite us both lying to each other. And then I'm also going to basically decide to be evil again every couple of minutes. Anyway, let's end that stream with this rant. Is this a save point? Can I save here? Can you save? You can manual save. I will save after Miles has finished hacking.
See what we're dealing with.
Oh, hacking.
Keep typing cookie. Type cookie faster, Miles.
Door's locked.
Venom worked in the cell.
There we go. Yeah.
I would have loved if you got the spelling of cookie wrong there. That'd have been so funny.
Yeah, that's about it for now. Stay tuned for next time?
For next time on this wacky ride of two people having rants about stuff.
Dream / podcast, whatever thing.
I rant about stuff and Brad deals with it. And then Brad tells me he likes something and I tell him why he's wrong.
Quite.
Wait, there's a camera I can turn on? Sweet. I didn't realise I bought a camera.
What, really?
How does one turn off this? Ah, there we go. There is the stop broadcast. Okay, bye.